Welcome here, you guys. My name's Jason Klassen, and I cannot sing that good. That was awesome. So I had interesting experiences growing up. I had many interesting experiences growing up, but I had one that was so unexpected. I grew up in this house. I think we moved there. Well, my parents moved there when I was maybe it was October, right? And I was born in November. So I think he was born when they moved into the house in Riverside. And it was an old, turn of the 20th century house built by some farmer out of scrap wood. It was not a particularly nice house, but it was our home, right? That's what I lived in, and I enjoyed it. And I played in all the weird little odd-shaped closets that occur when somebody builds a house themselves, with the weird uneven staircases, and I knew all of the little ins and outs of the house, right? You grow up and you're a kid, you play around and you explore and you run through it, and you scrape your knee on every nook and cranny, and then it was the summer or winter, I think, of '96 to '97, when I would have been about 13 years old or so. Then I think we were repainting some drawers. There was my bedroom that I shared with my younger brother Matt, and then there was my older brother's bedroom in the middle, and then on the far end was my mom's sewing room and that miscellaneous scary room you just throw stuff in when you don't know what you're doing. And on the west wall of both of them, there was this built-in drawer section. It was just built kind of into the wall. I never really thought much about it. It was just a bunch of drawers. Now here's the thing. Where do you put the windows on your house? On an inside wall? Or on an outside wall? Here's the question. See, because my brother's room, my older brother's room, which was in the middle, had a window, right? And the window is kind of this dormer thing. Dormer's like a little dog house that sits on top of a roof. And they had an overhang on the roof. It was like a vaulted ceiling thing. So the wall in my brother's room was maybe, I don't know, 3-4 feet tall. I'm not sure. I was a lot shorter at the time, so it's a little hard to tell. And then there was this window. And I would think, right, that window would be the outside wall. That there would be nothing beyond the window, because the window is usually on the outside of the house. Are you tracking with me on this one, right? Well, here's the thing. So you have the roof sloping down, you have the window above, and then you have this wall section. And you assume that's the outside wall. Here's what happened. We pulled the drawers. So I think my mom's repainted them. I'm not really sure what the deal was. We pulled the drawers out of that dresser. And once we did, we found a room. Like an actual room. It wasn't big. It was where the roof slopes down. It's like where your eaves overhang on the side of your house. Imagine that was bigger, and there was a weird shaped room there. And there's no doors to this room. The only way to get there, I know it sounds like a bridge to Terabithia or like Narnia or something, but it's actually happening. When you pull the drawers, then the hole in the wall where the drawers were just opened into a weird shaped hallway room. So that was weird. And inside was like Hardy Boys books and obviously a kids club thing. There were no girls allowed. It wasn't written on the wall. This was like a club where the previous owner's kids that I guess played. We'd never known about this. I've lived in that house my whole life. It was my drawers that were being painted. So it was my dresser that I put my clothes in. Not that I folded them, but I shoved them in there. And when my windows were pulled that one door up, I found a room. Bizarre. So of course you're, well, what's in this room? So you have a flashlight. You go in, and wouldn't you know it, there was a light bulb on a pull string in this room. And you pull it, and it turns on. And there's this long hallway, and I can crawl, and it's not, maybe I can walk, I don't look very tall, but I can go from my room, if I pull the drawers out, between an outside window and nothingness, past my brother's room, into the laundry room, or not the laundry room, the sewing room. And if I pull the drawers out of the sewing room, you could get from one end of the house to the other end of the house in a secret hallway. This is like Anne Frank, right? That's the story of the girl who hid behind a little coal shaft during the Nazi era. This is weird stuff. And this is just what happens. I guess when they built the house, they had this overhang, and once the wall's about 4 feet high, it's not really usable space, so they closed it off. And I'm just guessing, the guy who built it's well, we have a space here. Let's make a hideout. And then covered up with drawers. I don't know what the thinking process was, but this was so cool. Except that I'm 13, 14 by now, and it's like kind of on the edge of when I might use like the strip boys called hideout. And then that spring was the 97 flood, and of course that wrecked our house, and so like a few months after we found this room, we knocked the whole house into a hole and started fresh. So I never actually got to use this awesome secret. I mean, how amazing would that be to be a boy growing up in a house and have a secret closet hideout? To get one end of the house to the other. It's like my greatest childhood regret. I had a pretty good childhood, keep in mind, so I mean, that's the extent of my regrets. And it got drawered over, and painted over, and wallpapered over, and then just disappeared and never got used. I could see so many eyes just looking at that's just a cool story. It has nothing to do with what I'm talking about today. Sin does that to us. Life does that to us, actually. You are far more rich, complex, interesting, capable, influential, transformative than you know. And I'll bet money on that for all of you. I don't care how old you are. Some of you are very old. Or how many people have poured into you. You have more than you know. We all do. See, there's a Bible verse, and I don't have it in here, but there's a verse in Revelation where it talks about that Jesus will give you a stone, a white stone, with your name written on it, and only you and him will know. He's talking about, but it implies something about who you are, your core makeup, what you're built to do, what God sees when God sees you. It's hidden. And actually, it won't get revealed fully. I don't know if ever, but certainly not till heaven. And then I think part of our experience of God revealing His glory to us will be revealing the glories of who He made you to be. But that's not to say that this earth has no bearing on that. You are interesting, capable, transformative. No matter what happens. Now, some of us have had very bad experiences that have not just wallpapered over that special room in you. It's actually just knocked rubble right on top of it. And others of us have actually begun to explore that complexity of who we are. But here's the thing. None of you can find, engage, live in, grow out of that by yourselves. You weren't made to. You were made to. The reality. I want to read something here. Ephesians 4, 10-12. It says, the one who descended is also the one who ascended. That's Jesus. Far above all the heavens, that he might fill all things. Fill all things. Are you one of the all things that are on this world? None of you nodded? Are any of you part of the all things on this world? Are you a thing? Yeah, okay, fantastic. You're with me here. I thought I lost you there for a second. You're a thing. You're one of the things on this world. So God ascended, Jesus ascended to fill, among other things, you. And He personally gave something. That's the word. Isn't that beautiful? He personally. He didn't just generally sprinkle. He very personally gave. Some to the apostles, some to the prophets, some to the evangelists, some to the pastors, some to the teachers, right? Different kinds of gifts and characters talking about. For the training of the saints in the work of ministry to build up the body of Christ. So I'm going to unpack this for a second here. Jesus rose to heaven to fill all things, including you, your annoying neighbor, your spouse, your kids, the random guy you meet down the street. All of these things Jesus filled. He ascended to fill them, including you, and gave us different kinds of gifts. And all of those gifts, apostles and prophets, evangelists, teachers and pastors, and all of that gifting, all of it is good to build up and call out some of that stuff that Jesus filled us with. Are you with me here? This is how Jesus wants us to engage as people. Now here's the thing. Modern day church has focused on one of those things. Evangelists. And so that's the key work. We've all read the story, heard the story of Jesus talking to Peter, James, and John are fishing. He says, yeah, you're fishermen. Come with me and I will make you fishers of men. Oh, I love that. And I don't know, maybe it was earlier, but certainly in the 90s and into the 2000s, the big thing was here in our church, we catch them and Jesus can clean them. We catch them and clean them. That was the catchphrase. I really don't know what that means, to be honest. We catch them and clean them. Sounds sticky. The idea was evangelize, get people to believe, kneel down and say a prayer, and then eventually they'll die, they'll go to heaven, and that's it. But that's actually not the picture we get here. We get evangelists mixed in with four other gifts, apostles and prophets and pastors and teachers. It says all of these things are personally given to each one of us, and all of them are meant to build up the body of believers, the saints. See, this is talking about so much more than just fishers of men, which is important. Don't get me wrong, fishers of men important. This is talking about being fishers in men as well. We all have hidden parts of our lives, hidden parts of our makeup, hidden parts of our capabilities, things that were born with law. From the entire time I lived in that house, from birth till whatever it was, winter of 97, that room was covered. That secret passageway was completely covered. You were born with parts of you that are covered, hidden, parts of your ability, capability, hidden, and you can't find them on your own. But Jesus personally gave some around you, not just to evangelize, but also to teach and to care for and to speak into and to speak the Lord's words into each one of us, and all of that together is to build us up, to call forth that stuff inside of us, to make you who you were meant to be. And Jesus has asked you to do that to those around you as well. Fishing in men, not just fishing for men. To actually look at people and to call forth things, not just to make stuff up, not just go, we need a kids church leader, so you're going to be a kids church leader. I call that. But actually ask God, what do you see when you see that person? In fact, probably, if you think for a little bit, you can think of some things, positive things, godly attributes of people around you, even really messy people around you. You can see certain capabilities. That's already God, Jesus, revealing to you what he sees in other people. He's asking to call them forth. That can look a lot of different ways, but it looks like encouraging. It looks like fanning the flame of other people. If you see somebody who's doing something great, call it out. If you see somebody who's fallen short, call that out too. Say, you know what, you were made for so much better. You don't have to be stuck in that pattern of whatever it is. You can call that out to people. Back in Isaiah 55:11, read this last week. God says, so my word that comes from my mouth will not return to me empty. That the things I speak do what I said they would do. But it will accomplish what I please and will prosper in what I send it to. God says, my words have power. When God says, let there be light, there's light. Then God also says to us, now go and do likewise. Your words, the Bible is riddled with both warnings and exhortations on how to use our words, because our words have power, but we're not God, right? So our words don't always have power, and the power they have isn't always to prosper what we send them to. We have to be careful with our words. So we have empty words. We have just junk we say. Fill the time, fill the void. Filling time. We also have hurtful words. We can actually lock people's special stuff deeper and deeper and deeper, make it harder for them to find. We can kill things with our words. We can also fish into for that wonderful stuff that makes them who they are. Our word also can go forth and accomplish what it purposes. Now the key is, are we aligning our words with God's words? Are we seeing what God sees? Are we inviting Him into what we say? Like in Matthew 12:35, Jesus speaking, and he's teaching. He's saying, look, a good man produces good things from the storeroom of good. And an evil man produces evil things from the storeroom of evil. From the evil things inside of us, or from the good things inside of us, we produce good and evil. But here's the word that I want you to see. Produces. We make stuff. We can actually grow and build stuff in other people. So when I spend time with somebody, I can actually speak into them and I can grow stuff that isn't even there. I can look, I can say, where are the seedlings? The little underground seedlings of that person. Where is their little hidden closet? I want to call that out. I want to bring that up. I want to see that person rise into who they will be. And you don't know what can happen, the power of what can happen if you speak those words to somebody else. Some of you, I grew up in this church, and I grew up in, well, those are two of it, these are small communities. Some of you know me from when I was a kid. Tracy Stevens is she was in class with me. She went to school with me from kindergarten on. I don't look like what I looked like when I was in kindergarten. I don't look like what I looked like when I was in grade 6. I mean, pieces of it are the same, for sure. But I look different. We all do. And all of that, so people around us who built into or tore us down, who spoke life or who spoke evil, who chose to stand by and to speak things into existence. Sitting here today, we all have that same power. You think you're off the hook. Peter, the great fisher of man, writes in 1 Peter 2 verses 5, says, you yourselves, you by the way mean you, all of us, you yourselves, as living stones, are being built into a spiritual house for a holy priesthood. That's a big word right there. You are part of God's temple. You are being built into the church. If you're a believer in God and you are following Jesus, you are God's temple. His name resides in you, and the power and authority of His word lives in the Spirit inside of you. To offer spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God through Jesus Christ. You have that calling on your life. I mean, you used to only need the priest to speak on God's behalf with people, and to either reprimand them or to call things forward in them. But in the New Testament, Peter says that's changed now. All of you have that, I'm going to say, great power and great responsibility to call forth things. You never have children, you've seen the power of their words to bring things out when they don't think they need. An errant word shot accidentally in a moment of frustration. We've all seen that and had our heart broken a little bit. We've all seen that friend or relative, whatever, who's a destructive parent, who speaks negative to their kids. And you watch the beautiful life of that child wither on the vine as somebody just broke them down. Maybe you're that child whose parents just broke you down. You know the power of words. But here's the thing, it's not long. It's not that. You can't kill what God put in you. You can cover it up. You can bury it. You cannot go there. You cannot know about it. You can choose to look away. But you can't kill what God put in you because it's a name only you can know. But those around you, if they're looking, can get a glimpse of a piece of that. Speak that out. We need people around us to speak into us. You need to find people around you who will speak into you. Honestly. Here's the thing. You can't just make stuff up. You can't just be airy-fairy, happy-go-lucky, speaking positive around and just throw this like candy, because it has no power. But when you align yourself with God, when you put yourself with you ask God, what does God see? God sees that person. What do you speak with purpose? Hardly anything is powerful. Kevin Beeson, he's one of the leaders of the Lifeless Church Network that we're a part of. And he talks about I see and you conversations. I see and you. This is what I see. And he likes to call people, especially in groups, where there's groups of 10 or 15 or whatever. He'll look at somebody and say, you know what? Do I see in you? Here's the thing, he says, nobody ever thinks he's playing favorites. Everybody's so glad to see a leader call it forth. So you know what I see in you? I see a father who's completely dedicated to their life. Completely dedicated to their kids. I see the way you pour into them. And I see the way you don't always succeed, but you wrestle with balancing work and family. And I see that struggling, and I see you striving to succeed in that. And I want to encourage you, and that's how I go around. Is that our power? How many would love to have that happen? Maybe not in a group this size, that can get a little embarrassing, but how many would love to have somebody you respect, somebody you care for, a parent or a spouse, just want to say, I see God. I see a woman of God who is, man, that's just powerful stuff. Fishers in every bit as important as fishers outside. That's the kind of church I love to have. What we do, I see this all the time. You guys do this already. You give, first off, part of this is you can have grace. See, if you come with judgment, you're going to see the negative. And the reality is we're human. We're all human. It's pretty easy to see the negative thing. It takes us like 5 minutes to see that little annoying kick or that turn of phrase or that habit in somebody else. Like, oh, that's not so great. It doesn't take us long. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me who's negative. Yeah, it's just me. Yeah, you guys all won't see that stuff. It takes work and effort to bring grace. We're such a church of grace. I love that. You give people a chance to, be messy. And when you give them a chance to be messy and be who they really are and relax a little bit when the guard comes down, then you also get a chance, though, in that grace to see the beauty of who they are in their mess. See, often our greatest abilities and strengths are hidden in our mess. I was an obnoxious kid. I was a loudmouth, couldn't control myself. I was always being told by my teachers to pipe down. I had way too much energy. I couldn't sit still in class. Well, wouldn't you know it, that's part of who God made me to be. In that mess, I got called to this. And now I get paid to be a loudmouth. And that energy and that drive that I have, I've through other people working with me and walking with me, I've learned to channel for the most part, and I'm not saying I'm perfect at it, but for the most part, I learned to channel that energy and that drive. Well, wouldn't you know it, my greatest weaknesses when I was a kid, the things that made me obnoxious, actually were my greatest strength, and I learned to grow in them. But if you have grace for people, you shut them down in who they're made to be. See, because nice, normal, quiet, polite people aren't annoying, but they're also not powerful. And none of you were made to be blessed. None of you were made to coast. None of you sitting here today were made to be fine. How are you doing? Fine. Good. Fine. Yeah. Went to work, it's fine. Went home. Relationship is fine. It's fine. That's not what you were made for. That's what the world will try to turn you into. Because fine isn't annoying. Fine isn't disruptive. Fine is not powerful, and that's scary. Fine isn't transformative. That's not who God made us to be. He made us to be dangerous. He made us to be revolutionary. He made us to bear the light of the kingdom of God in this community. He made us the kind of people who should walk in the room and transform other people. He made us a force to be reckoned with. He filled us with the Spirit of the living God. It says in the Bible, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. That Spirit's inside of you. You were not made to be fine. You need to speak that life to other people. To fan those flames. For some of us, maybe we can do it. Some of us, maybe there's scars right on top of that quiet little closet in the back corner of our house that hides that secret power. Maybe there's scars. Maybe we just feel it. So powerful. It's who God made us to be. I hope all of you grabbed a little paper when the offering basket came around. If you didn't, there's going to be lots left over and you can grab some. I'm not sure where they are. They're at the Welcome Center? Yeah, they're by the Welcome Center. Grab them on your way out. Here's the thing. We all want this for ourselves, but it can be hard and awkward to do this for other people. I mean, when you've met somebody, you've had a little casual conversation with them, what I see? It's just weird. Here's the thing. I want you to write down that piece of paper. There's two sides to it. They look the same, but there's something different on them. The one side says person outside the church, and the one side says person inside the church. See, here's the thing. We are meant to call out each other's wonderful God-given abilities inside the church to build up the saints, but we're also meant to be able to call people to what they're made to be outside the church. Part of actually what attracts people to God is when they realize, when they connect with God, when they meet up against the creator of who they are, that creator calls up who they were created. And so this is actually a beautiful way of people finding out who they were made to be in God. It's a real easy form of evangelism, actually, to say, you know what I've seen? I think God made me this way. So, on one side it says person inside the church, one side it says person outside the church. Write down their name and one thing you see in them. It's easy now because they're not facing that person, probably. It's going to be harder when you go out from here. It's going to be easy to just forget about this and just go, oh yeah, something about encouragement, he's talking about, something about power words, and you go home and you move on with life. I actually want to challenge you, this is my challenge to you, write down a person and an encouragement, and this week, give that person that encouragement. And this can be real casual. Just wait till the person does something nice, something good, something that you see that God put in them. What? Way to go, that's awesome. That's who you're made to be. Maybe I don't see the whole picture, but part of who you were made to be, the way you handled that situation, the way you spoke to that person, the way you, whatever, part of who you were made to be. That's simple. So that's my challenge. I'm going to invite the band to come up, but I'm going to, while they're playing, I just like to just maybe play some music quietly, and I want to give us time to think about who God put in our heart that we can encourage. Who do we have that I see you conversation with this week? Person inside the church, person outside the church. Just ask God. This is what God loves to do. He loves to speak a word of his time to his children. And he loves when his children want to do it to his children. When they want to encourage and build each other up. This is part of who he made you to be. Then after the band plays, let the prayer team come up. And here's the thing. Some of you, like I said, have scars over that part that makes you who you are. And there's many ways to go about healing, and I strongly encourage you to plug into small groups where you can be a little bit more honest with people. But for some people, just wait over to have somebody later have them pray over this powerful. So have the prayer team up here, and if that's what you'd like to partake in, but you come up here, their love is to pray for you. It's just pouring. So that's the challenge. One person inside the church, one person outside the church. If you're wrestling with scars and you want prayer, come up afterwards and get prayer. This isn't like rocket science. This is just doing what you're made to do. Call out people. Special God-given abilities. Ready to bow your head with me? Heavenly Father, you've made us so much more rich and complex than we know. God, who we are has not yet been revealed. And what will become has not been seen. But Lord God, we believe together as a church that you have given the people around here, the people in this church, the people around us, glimpses, wisps, hints, ideas of who each of us were made to be. Lord God, I ask right now that you would be speaking to us. Lord God, you would empower us to call forth life in each other. Lord God, open our eyes so we can see clearly the people around us, and what God made them to be. Lord God, especially those who are so blind to their own calling, they don't know what they're doing on this earth. Lord God, there are people sitting here today and are going, man, I know for a fact nobody's going to be writing my name down, because I got nothing. Lord God, I pray you wouldn't just walk with that person. You would guide other people sitting here today to walk up to that person and encourage them. Throw that word and say, you know what? God's got a richer and deeper plan for you. And I don't know the whole picture, but here's something. Lord God, I pray that you would just be spreading that encouragement, that building up, Lord God, so rich today. And lastly, I pray you would give us the confidence when we step outside this church building to throw that encouragement to those around us who are not part of this church, who are part of the greater community. Lord God, I pray that the hidden talents and abilities that you've got buried in the people around us who don't even know you, Lord God, that you would reveal them to us, we can speak them over those people, that they would see, God, when they partner with you, they can be so much more full, so much more, that life has so much to offer them. Heavenly Father, I pray, people are praying up here over those scars and hurts that they're revealed to you, God. You would unveil, open their eyes, show them who they were made to be. Lord God, that we can serve you with our whole heart, even the parts we didn't even know we had. I pray all this in your special holy name.